Greetings, my name is Alexey, and in this series of videos I will be talking about a very good strategy game on mobile called Hades Star. And it's just awesome. It really is a galaxy in your pocket, as they say in their trailer video. And I want to show this game to you guys because I found it out like really at random, and this game is great. And this game deserves more views, more players, more people playing it, because like back in the time where we played on PCs only, there was a lot of good strategy games. Like you could start counting and you can never stop counting, like XCOM 1, 2 and 3, Heroes of Might and Magic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then Command & Conquer Red Alert series, then you have like Homeworld, Star Trek games, Warhammer 40k games, you have Warcraft, Starcraft, so many great strategy games on the PC. But then the mobile came and I don't really know any like awesome strategy games on the mobile. Like they all are mostly cash grabs. They're in there for your pocket, like to get in your pocket and get money out of your pocket. And they exploit your psyche, they exploit your psychology, your decision-making logic, and they just basically exploit you to get money out of your pocket. And this game does none of it, and I love it. It's a true strategy game. It's complex, but very simple at the same time. The rules are very simple, but you can do complex stuff in it. It's very challenging, it doesn't hold your hand. It's balanced for most players, so if you have very little time to play the game, you can play this game like several minutes a day. You can play this game several hours a day, and you will still have things to do. And it's great. So what's the game about? You can see it looks kind of like a board game of sorts. It has hexes, it has objects in these hexes. And the game rules are very simple. Like you have ships which can move, but you move them to an object. You can't move a ship like here. You have to move it to the station or to a planet. And you develop your home star. You develop these planets. You unlock more sectors and find planets, colonize them. You run the economy, like you move these transports, miners. Like for example, here's the transport. You could go here and take some cargo and move it around. And basically that's like what you do with this game. In this game mode, you develop your star system, but there are also PvP and PVE missions you can do, so you can cooperate with other players, you can fight other players. So for example, let me show you a replay of one of the games I played in a PVE match, like this one I think. So the goal here is to harvest items from the planets before the star goes supernova in 15 minutes. So you have to think about what do you do here, which planets do you want to visit, which planets do you want to ignore. Like in this case I'm alone in this system, so it's no cooperation from other players, I'm alone. So I decided to never go here but take this system, these 3 planets. So I have this enemy here which can fire at every enemy in its range. So I decide to send one of my ships to fight him. No use to send 2 ships because both ships will get damaged equally. So they fight one-on-one. And then I decide to go for this planet. So I decide to send this ship and this ship to fight this ship first. And then I decide to clear out the rest of the ships. So I put this ship in the harm's way. So this ship gets full shields and keeps his full shields for when we fight all these enemies, because one of the ships will have to tank these enemies. So I then send the full ship first, so the full ship with full shields and almost full hull can tank the damage. So that I do, and I miscalculate slightly here and this ship fires at this ship instead because this ship is closer to it. But this goes well for me. And so this is how the game works. You basically have to think what you want to do and plan it and execute it. Use your ships, use your abilities. And so I send the transports in to harvest the stuff. And this game is really punishing and rewarding at the same time. So this game doesn't hold your hand. It doesn't really like make you like avoid mistakes, it lets you make mistakes, it lets you pay for them. And it really, again, it works with your psyche, but it's so great because when you have those lows, emotional lows, when you suffer a defeat, you feel shit about yourself because you know you fucked up. This game, no randomness. If you lost, it's your fault. It's not like a board game where you can like throw dice and like you have to get a 6 every time, so if you don't get a 6 you miss and it takes a long time to hit a 6, so the outcome is random. Or you have to hit like 2+, so it's a very big chance to hit, but you keep rolling once and that's why you lose a battle you should have won. And you can say like, fuck man, I'm not the one to blame here, it's all random. This game, nothing random, everything is precise, and so if you lose a ship, if you fail, it's your fault, you know it, and it feels bad. You hate yourself. But then again, if you feel this emotional low, you feel an emotional high when you succeed in this game. So in this situation, once again, I'm sending a ship to fight this one, and I'm out of time now. So if you can see, like I want to clear out this planet, but my transports will take 2 minutes 30 seconds just to get here. So it's 5 minutes both ways, and it's 2 minutes to loot the planet. So I have to turn on this time warp, which speeds up the time around my ships, and I hope to get there in time using it to actually be there in time to loot the artifacts and go back. But this means I have to quickly kill these enemies before my transports arrive, otherwise they will kill my transports. So I have to quickly think, how am I going to deal with it? I decide to send my full ship with full shields first to kill those 2 ships and then to kill the rest 3. So I do it, and I decide to use my EMP to stun the remaining 3 ships and kill them while they're stunned. For that, I want to send this ship which has a cannon which fires at one enemy, send them in and stun them, while the ship which has a dual laser kills them. And so here is where I miscalculate a little bit. I send this ship out too early, and that's why this ship is not firing at my tank, but at this weak ship which will die because of that. If this enemy would fire here, this ship would survive, but this ship dies, doesn't get a stun off, so now this ship is alone and this ship cannot beat those 2 ships, and this ship will now kill the transport, so I have to move to take this attention of this ship so that transport survives. But now this ship will again get here and will kill the transport. When this ship gets out of its range, it will shoot at the transport. So I have to move back to save the transports, and I have to move the transports away. But then again, this ship will go here and kill the transports, because this ship now has to go here. Remember, you cannot park your ship in space. So this ship will now get out of the range of this ship and will fire the transports. So I use the stun here to stun these ships, and now my transports can escape. So I lose 1 ship, but I save the transports, which cost way more than the battleship for me. So this is like this yes moment. Like, I lost here, but at least I didn't lose much. And this is how the game works. It lets you like play your own battles, it lets you lose stuff, and it lets you succeed by doing great. And when you succeed after you got defeated, you go like, oh, feels so good, man, because you actually did something right in this game. You've thought it out and you succeeded, and it feels way better if like you have these emotional lows of losing. So the PvP in this game works kind of the same, but the time is slowed down, so it's like a play by email in board games, where you take a move once a day and send your move to other players so they know how you moved, and you can like play for like weeks or even a month. So here it's the same mechanic, like it will take 3 hours for this ship to move here, and so you can plan your actions. For example, you can like go into the time machine, you can like look what will happen in an hour, and you can say like, okay, when 1 3/10 of an hour passes, please use this ability at that time. So you don't have to wake up 3 in the morning to use an ability, you can plan it. And this way you can play this game, like you can check in several times a day to see if everything is alright and plan your next move. And so this is how the PvP works. It's a very good concept. Like I think it even has like a lore behind it, which like explains that white stars slow like space and time around them. So that's why the time happens so slowly here. I think. So that might be like, even in this game, even in the lore of the game, this makes sense. It's great. And so last thing I want to talk about is pay to win. Like, this game has zero pay to win, and it's so awesome because most of the mobile games, once again, are in this for your money, and they exploit your psychology, you will exploit your decision making to make you spend money. Like, for example, they give you this premium currency for free and they tell you like to use it. Like, they give you free wins, like you win again, and you like winning, and then they like make you lose once, like they up the difficulty and you lose, and they say, oh, you were so close to winning, use this currency to get an extra turn and you will win. And so you use this currency, you win again, and then you let you win again, and then you lose again, and the currency is gone, and they say, okay, now buy this currency and you can win again. And so they like lure you into buying the currency this way, or it takes like too long to research stuff, like 18 hours, like it takes days to do it, and they go like, oh, you want it now, don't you? So pay us the currency and you can like do it now, don't have to wait. And this game has zero pay to win. How does it do it? Well, in this game, like, you know, free-to-play games, they often say, oh, it's like, it's free, like you do not have to pay anything to play the game, it's an option to pay. But it's not an option, it's mandatory, because if you don't pay, it takes too long, you get to grind, the game is like boring, and if you pay, the game is interesting. So the game is balanced to be boring without you paying money for it. In this game, it's not, it's balanced to be fun and interesting and engaging without you paying any money. So in this game, it truly feels like you have to, like you donate. It truly feels like a donation. It truly feels that you choose to pay money for this game, not that you have to, because the game makes you. And it's really great. And the way that it works is that it basically, in PvE, you get increasingly harder puzzles, and if you play the game enough, it gets boring, you can up your difficulty level and get stronger puzzles and better rewards. And so the speed of the research is slow at first, and it's not as fast when you go like into the late game, but in the late game it's more about your skill and not about your, like, you don't get that much of an increase. Like, for example, even now this weapon will only get like 12% better with this upgrade, and it will get even smaller down the line, so it's not that much of a deal to get the next upgrade. So it's more about you learning to play and cooperating with other players than about you getting an upgrade. So you don't feel like you have to pay to get progress faster. Sure, you can do it, you can pay money and get it now, but it's not important. It's not like, you don't feel like you have to do it. You can go on without it. And so in PvP, which is the most important part, again, zero pay to win. How do they do it? They match you against people of equal technology level. For example, like you can see our ships have 10 level cannons, 7 level shields, 5 level like abilities. This has 744, this has 445, and enemy ships also have like 7 level cannon, 5 level abilities, 4 level abilities, 6 level cannon, 5 level abilities, 8 level cannon. So our ships are evenly matched against each other. And this way you cannot pay to win. Because if you suck at the game, if you lose, you get owned and you go like, I'm gonna pay money and win. Nope, you're gonna suck and lose even more. Because now you paid money to get further in the game, and you get matched against people who did not pay money and who played the game way longer than you did, and they play way better than you did. So it's not really worth it to spend money to get ahead faster. For that reason, you won't be winning, you will be losing even more. Unlike, like, say, Clash Royale, a popular strategy game, where you get matched against people of equal win chance. So if you win more, you get higher rank, and you get matched against people of this rank. If you lose, you get lower rank, and you get matched against lower rank players. But you don't get matched against people of equal technology level. So they can be higher rank because they won more, because they paid more money and their units are stronger. So you get matched against a person who has like 20% more health, 30% more damage on his units, and you lose not because you don't play well, you lose because basically he paid more money and he is statistically stronger than you. That's pay to win. In this game, no pay to win whatsoever, and this is what makes you like actually want to pay money, because you want to support the developers who do this. You want to support the developers who still, up to this day, are fair to their audience, who don't exploit your psyche to take cash out of your pocket, but who offer you an option to fund the development of the game you love. And I did pay for this game because I love this game. I want this game to like be developed further. I want the developers to get profit on this game, to make more games like this one, because it's a great game and because their practices of business are fair, and I respect that, and I want to fund them. I want to encourage them to do more of it. Okay, so this is it for the video. This was an introduction to the game, and I'm gonna make a series of videos about this game. I'm gonna make a guide about how to play the game, because I think it's really important in this game to play it properly, to be more effective, and I want to basically make a guide for this game because there are not many useful guides about this game online, so I want this game to be popular and I want people to succeed at it. So this is going to be a series of guides, and I thank you very much for watching. I hope you are interested in trying out this game because it deserves it, and I will see you guys in the next video for Hades Star, a galaxy in your pocket. Goodbye.